Hey everyone, welcome to EduTap, and this is day 12 of our 5 MCQs a day series, and that is for ARD static. And these topics that we are covering in this series, they are valid for both NABARD grade A as well as IBPS AF4. And the topic that we are going to cover today is soil and water conservation. See, this is quite a large chapter, so we are going to cover it in parts, right? So before that, to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and do join our Telegram channel to get the PDFs of every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. All right, and see, this is one change that now has been done, and from now onwards, from the next week onwards, basically 5 MCQs a day, that is for ARD static series, that would run on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 1 p.m. all right, so this is a new schedule that has been designed for the ARD static, and do follow this. That is your next class. It would be on 1 p.m. and it would be on Tuesday. All right, so yeah, so coming to the first question, it asks, what is the most dead and most stable form of organic matter? So basically, what is the end product of the organic, the decomposition, as you can say. All right, so the correct answer here is option number A, that is humus. And what is the explanation? So basically, the end product of decomposition is humus, right? So it means it cannot be further broken down. And what? It is a black and crumpy material. So humus, if asked what is the color of humus, it is what? It is black, and it stores all the plant nutrients, holds moisture and improves soil structure. All right. So what does it mean? So it is quite enriched in nutrients. Why? Because every complex structure that was present in that particular organism which is being decomposed, now it has decomposed into the simplest form, because humus, it is the end stage of decomposition, and here it has all the plant nutrients that are required. It is very good at moisture retention, and it also improves the soil structure. And do remember that it is stable organic matter. Why it is being said stable organic matter? Because of course that is the end form, it cannot be further decomposed, and that is why it is quite stable in nature, right? Now let's move ahead to question number 2, and which asks, dash is the chemical breakdown of substance that is combined with water. So what does it mean? So see, basically what is I am trying to do here is I am touching all the topics that you should cover, or that are in that particular chapter that you should know. So here I have touched this particular topic that is related to weathering, WEA. Okay, so you should be aware of this. You should study. Here I have touched the chemical weathering, but you should be aware of physical, chemical and all the forms, right? So here the correct answer is hydrolysis. What is weathering? It is breaking down of the rocks into smaller particles, right? So here the answer is hydrolysis. So hydro itself, it means water. Okay, so here the question also asks that the chemical breakdown in which water is used or is combined, right? So hydro means water, and this is to means to break down. Okay, so that is why the answer is hydrolysis. Now yes, those who already know that AF examination is near, we have 2 courses. One consists of detailed videos, monthly current affair magazines, important schemes, and mock test series for the people who think they have agriculture degree but their base is not good. And then we have another course which consists of all the full length mock test and sectional test, that is for the ones who just want revision before appearing to in AF4, and we have detailed PDF explanation of both the tests, and these are valid till 31st March 2022, and you can avail 50% off in this particular offer if you're going for. However, 50% is all the course for all the courses that we cater, but here for IBPS AF4 you can also go for it. It is valid till 5th December, and you can use the code one time, so do not miss this opportunity. Now coming to question number 3, it says arrange the following according to the ascending degree of soil erosion. All right, so here in these options, even I give you hint. So option is answer is either C or D. You have to just look at this particular thing, sign, and then you have to answer, because most of you get confused in this, right? So the correct answer to this is option number D, that is splash erosion, sheet erosion, rill erosion and gully erosion. All right, so what is this? Let's understand one by one, but before that, here you should understand that this particular sign, which is greater, which is smaller, so the side which has these points, this is the greater side, and the one that is only 1 point, that is the smaller, the smaller side, right? So that is easier to remember. These are 2 points, these are 1 point, so whichever have the 2 point, that is the greater side. Now let's understand that what are the different type of erosion. See, these erosions that now we are going to study, and that was asked in the question, these are all eroded, or the soil erosion that is caused due to the agent water. All right, so water has a major role to play. So this one, the first one that we are looking at, it is the splash erosion. All right, so splash erosion is splash erosion happens when the water, or you can say the raindrop, it touches the soil surface. All right, so splash. So here the particles that are present here, they displace from their position. So of course the displacement of soil erosion, it is not much. For the people who don't know what is a soil erosion, so soil erosion is a movement of soil from one place to another. And why is it bad? Because all the nutrients that are important for the plants to grow, they also get displaced in this erosion process, right? So here first one is splash. So when the frequency of this splash erosion, it increases, it becomes the sheet erosion. As you can see, it is so it is very vague that you can say nobody would even observe it, right? So what is sheet erosion? It is usually ignorable by the people, but it is very harmful. Sheet, as the name suggests, if you look at a paper sheet, right? So it is quite thin. Similarly, this sheet erosion, it erodes in the surface in very thinly. So nobody, they really observe it. And why sheet erosion is bad? Because all the nutrients, organic matter that we previously studied about humus, right? So everything that is present in the surface only. So with this sheet erosion, they also get eroded, and it is of course bad then for the plants. When the frequency of sheet erosion, it increases, it becomes the rill erosion. Now what is rill? As you can see, now the water, the speed of water, it is quite much, and now it is making channels in the field. So you have to keep in mind that the depth of these channels, it is less than 30 centimeter. All right. So when the frequency of the water, or the speed of water, it increases, and now next to rill, the next stage, that is the gully erosion. And in the case of gully erosion, the depth, it is more than 30 centimeter, as you can see here also, and you can assume that how much bad it is for the particular area from in where this gully erosion is taking place, right? So these are the different stages or degree of soil erosion that is caused by water. We started with splash, then sheet, then rill, and then gully, and this is the order that you should know, and we have covered all the type of soil erosion that is caused due to water in this particular question only, right? Now let's move ahead to question number 4, and it says, in which type of wind erosion fine soil particles that are less than 1 mm diameter, which are suspended on the air, are kicked up and taken away to distant places? All right, so this is a definition of one type of wind erosion. Basically the erosion of soil that is caused by wind, and you have to tell me the correct answer. All right, so the correct answer here, it is option number C, that is suspension. And it is as the question suggests only. Okay, so in this case what happens, usually the small particles, the fine particles of soil which are less than 1 mm in diameter in their size, they are carried away by the air, right? Next question, it says the process of deposition of soil material in lower layer termed as. All right, so basically you have to tell me that what is the term that we use, or the process that is being said when any soil material, it moves down or it is collected to the lower area. All right, so the correct answer here is option number B, that is alluviation. And what the process basically is, see, if something is being collected in the lower area, it must be coming from the upper area only, right? So this collection, the process of this collection or deposition, it is known as alluviation, right? But this process of you can say washing out, this is washing in means thing is being collected. collected, but here the thing is being washing out, it is going out. All right, so this washing out, it is known as alluviation. So the process of movement or you can say the process of moving out from the upper layer to lower layer is known as alluviation, and the process of deposition in the lower layer, it is known as what? It is known as alluviation. I hope this difference, it is clear to you all. And this question, it is related to soil profile. So what do I mean here, my friends, that you have to cover this topic also. It is, again, it is very easy. You would have thrice 3 classes a week. Just go through only those topics that I am covering in 5 questions. In 5 questions, I'll be covering 5 topics, right? So what you can do, just go through 5 topics, right? And that would be more than enough preparation for your examination, whatever agriculture examination you're preparing for, right? So this is how your preparation should be. Now let's see who are the toppers of our previous question that I asked you in your previous class. And the topper is nobody. Everybody who has given the answer, they are wrong. And I was very angry and sad that nobody got the right answer. See what the question was. The question says the name of the method which is used to remove the chaff from the seed by tossing them in the air, right? So you must have played cricket, or you must have seen people playing cricket, right? They toss the coin in the air. All right, the answer that you gave, that was threshing. In threshing, the person does not toss the plant in the air, right? See, first of all, what is threshing? In threshing, the grains, they are loosen up. This process is done so that the grains, they are loosen up from the rest of the part of the plant that can be used, right? So here a particular base is required to smash that particular plant that has been harvested, right? Crop that has been harvested, it needs a base. You cannot just toss it in the air and then every grain it would fall out. If it would be scattered everywhere, right? So this is wrong answer. The answer here is tossing. This is so simple to answer. Here the question is asked to chaff from the seed. What is chaff? The covering of it, the chaff from the seed, and it says by tossing them in the air. So the person, it toss the grains with the chaff in the air and then collect the grains. So winnowing is the answer. This winnowing is the answer and not threshing. Do understand? See, this is the thing. That is the time when you think that your examination went well, but then you see that you couldn't make it even to the next phase. Why? Because you don't read the question well, or if you read the question well, your concepts are not clear and you just take anything, right? So your concept should be clear and do understand what the question is asking. Do use your logics. You cannot just in this you should have used your logic, that you cannot just toss it in the air. For that purpose, you need a base to smash it, right? So yeah, that is what for the yesterday's question. And for today, the question is, which of the following forming factors given by Dokuchev? So that would be our first question in our next session, and you have to tell me that what equation that he gave for the soil formation. And yes, that is all for today. If you have any query, yes, I looked at Seema's query yesterday, but I am hoping that if I have 2 to 3 more queries, then I'll have a different session for that, right? So if you have any queries, comment down below. I'll definitely reply to them, because yeah, because the query she asked, it was quite, you can say, I have to explain the topics, and that is why I'm waiting for 2 to 3 more queries. But yes, if I do not get in my next till my next class, I'll definitely answer that, right? So thank you very much. I hope you liked the session, and we'll meet again on Tuesday at 1 p.m. live. All right, so thank you.